Hey, what's going on, everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back today with another cryptocurrency video. The altcoin market is bouncing significantly and pretty much green across the board here today. I can't remember the last time we had a bounce this strong, especially for the altcoin market in months, basically, right? We haven't seen this in a very long time. So this is a good sign. We still have some resistance ahead, and I will talk about that during our technical analysis here in just a second. But this is potentially the move that we needed to already for the altcoin market to put them back above some important support levels because they were reaching dangerously low areas, and now we're in a position where they're in a safer setup to hopefully be able to hold up much better at the very least, right? And even potentially increase significantly over the next month or two. And I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on this bounce. We've seen that the market is very volatile, so you can't count 100% on each move, right? We're seeing powerful moves towards the downside, powerful moves towards the upside. And while I would like that to be different, right, I would like to see a more slow and steady type pace. The fact of the matter is that the cryptocurrency industry is still in its infancy, and because of that, we're still in a very sporadic time, right, where the market is very reactive, basically. So I think that's important to keep in mind. Now, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for live cryptocurrency market updates. Link to that at the top of the description of this video. And let's get right into the technical analysis and the price action of cryptos today. Finally, really seeing some positive price action here. And what I wanted to mention first off, right, because we definitely cannot forget about the fact that we are still downtrending for most cryptos out there. And we have resistance levels ahead, right? Specifically, some pretty big downtrend lines that we will need to get above to truly confirm that we're not going to be heading lower again. So for the indicators, we're looking good here on the Bitcoin chart. Nice, strong recovery rounding back up. It is possible that the first time we test the MACD, we actually end up falling lower again on the MACD and probably a bit on the price. And I actually think that that is a possibility right now because we have a huge amount of resistance at $6,800 dollars. We have our middle band there and our downtrend line there. So those multiple layers of resistance are going to make it hard to get a breakout at this time above that level. So I think that it is likely that we end up pulling back, and that would make sense with the fact that we're getting a bit of a strong excessive run up, and the fact that we're going to be testing the MACD orange line for the first time. It makes sense that we get a move higher, right, maybe up to the downtrend line over here, and then we pull back lower again, back towards this end of our symmetrical triangle formation between the two yellow trend lines, right, and that's around $6,100. And then at that point, right, if we're ready to move higher, we end up getting a breakout higher, and that will really allow for much more room to move without needing to go through some huge resistance levels, right? Good buying volume, and who knows, maybe we might have enough strength to break out of the downtrend line earlier than expected, but it's not really safe to make those type of calls before it happened. We need to wait usually for confirmation for that. Now keep in mind, nothing in this video is financial advice, just my personal opinion. Let's move over to Ethereum as we look into some of the altcoins here. So Ethereum is finally back above the 30 line on the RSI. This is a very good sign. We've been waiting for this to happen for several days now, and perfect recovery, U-shaped recovery right here off that $273 support level. Good buying volume as well. So this is a similar situation to Bitcoin, where we have resistance ahead, right? Specifically, a ton of resistance at $361. Perfectly align our three big resistance layers there, including the middle band and the downtrend line. So it's going to make it hard to get back above that just yet. With that being said, I think we're definitely going to make an attempt here at trying to get back above the downtrend line. And if we pull back, we'll probably be heading back down toward the end of the triangle formation here. What is possible, I didn't notice this on the Bitcoin chart, but what does seem like a possibility is that we do end up breaking out of the downtrend line a little bit earlier than expected. Maybe get some resistance at $361, and then kind of trade in this range over here, but out of the downtrend line, which would already be better. Even if we weren't able to get back above the resistance level, right? Let's go ahead, take a look at Coinbase now for the Litecoin chart. And Litecoin is finally getting some positive price action as well. It's definitely been trailing behind. So right now, Litecoin is Probably going to make an attempt at $70. The one thing with Litecoin is it never actually tested its $45 support level, which is a little bit unfortunate because it still leaves a little bit of a gap open there. But we are getting some positive price action here, and once again, I think we're going to go and test some resistance. We'll see at that point if we're going to be able to break above it, or if we're going to need to pull back again, maybe reach the end of this triangle over here, and then move higher from there, right? But I'd say those general possibilities are similar for most cryptos out there right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at Nano. Nano finally got a very nice move above its downtrend line. We've been waiting on this forever. Huge amount of buying volume, indicators spiking up higher. A little bit of an excessive move. We're testing our upper Bollinger Band, so we could start to see some resistance around this area. I'd say that's pretty likely. With that being said, we could definitely stretch this out up until 3,600 Satoshi still before really facing big resistance. And overall, I think that we kind of put in our low probably here, at least for now, at 15,000 Satoshis. And we have 3 great up days with huge green candlesticks. So I think that, we have some kind of reversal at play here. I don't think there's any doubt about that. The question is, where are we going to face a little bit more resistance, start consolidating again, and how quickly can we start moving higher again from there? So like I said, for a lot of these cryptos, it looks like we're going to get a bit more upside here over the next 2-3 days, and then probably going to hit some resistance, pull back a little bit, and then move higher from there. If we truly are seeing some kind of huge bullish reversal, we might be able to avoid the pullback for now, but that's a little bit of wishful thinking there, I think. For Ripple, Ripple was reaching some very low levels, so I'm happy it got a bounce off that 24-cent support, and now we're getting just a perfect recovery. Huge breakout on the price. We're back above 30 cents. That was a key level. We are facing resistance from the middle band there, so we could start to slow down. Maybe we'll push up until 40 cents here on this move before facing some resistance. Probably going to get some type of consolidation in between here, and then maybe we might even make it into the range over here between 40 and 50 cents again. I'd say to confirm a huge bullish reversal, we're going to want to see a move above 50 cents, but this is already the beginning of what could be that move. Let's go ahead, take a look at NEO here, see what's going on. So moving over to the Bittrex chart, we can see that NEO was one of the altcoins that was struggling quite a bit, and now it's finally starting to bounce. So we're still not above this $20 resistance level. Like I said, it is possible that we see some consolidation here for NEO between 13 cents and 20 cents due to these Bollinger Bands and lower Bollinger Band really coming down and slamming onto that $20 mark. But nonetheless, it is a good sign, and we can even start pushing higher again, a little bit above $20, maybe in between $20 and $26. So I think it's going to be a little bit less of a strong move higher than other altcoins out there. But as long as we're able to consolidate here and not start falling lower again, that's all I really want to see here. Now let's take a look at EOS. EOS got a very nice bounce off its 7,000 Satoshi support level after getting a couple days of consolidation in, and now it seems like we could make we do have resistance here in this range at 9,300 Satoshi, so we're probably going to end up consolidating a bit here. Maybe at best we'll make a move higher. I actually think that it's pretty decent possibility that we'll end up reaching the end of this symmetrical triangle formation right here. So that's something to just pay attention to if we see that we're struggling to get back above some of these resistance levels. Moving over to Stellar Lumens, what I wanted to say is I remain quite bullish on it. I think that it's well set up fundamentally. It has a potential Coinbase listing very soon. And on top of that, it's just been weathering the market storm and the downside that we've seen better than other cryptocurrencies out there, right? Overall, we've actually not dropped that much. We had some ups and downs, but we've more or less been consolidating in a pretty big range. And I feel like if the market still struggles a bit, we're going to hold up better than other cryptos out there, as it has been. And if we start moving towards the upside, I think it'll really be able to capitalize on it. So we're entering a pretty tight range here with the Bollinger Bands, but the indicators have turned bullish. We're out of any downtrends there. And as for the price itself, what we have to pay attention to is the 2 yellow trend lines, right, which form a symmetrical triangle formation. So the end of that formation is actually a bit far away. It's in early November, and it's at around 3,300 Satoshis. So that could be where we're heading next. I think we're going to probably get some ups and downs here. We need to see if we're going to be able to make an early move out of the downtrend line. But if we see that, we end up getting a bounce higher and then moving lower again, then we're probably going to be heading for that symmetrical triangle formation, right? Let's go ahead, take a look at Lisk, see what's going on. So we're going to move over to the Bittrex chart. I believe Lisk actually did manage to get a bounce yesterday, and we've seen the free fall that it had recently. So it'll be great if that's continuing. It looks like we are indeed moving higher. We did face some resistance here at our resistance level at $4.70, but we pretty much made a complete recovery up until there, right? And that can be seen on the indicators as well, now turning bullish. So we'll see if over the next few days we're able to get that move above $4.70. If we do, that'll be great. It means that we're in a much safer area, right? And back above our key support level. So I would definitely want to see that. If not, then we have a new range here between $2.50 and $4.70. So that's probably where we would be trading. But hopefully we will be able to get above $4.70 within the next week or two at the most. Let's go ahead and take a look at Cardano now, see what's going on. So we're going to hop over to the Bittrex chart here. And as you can see, Cardano is getting a reversal after its doji candlestick. Still has resistance ahead with its middle band and its previous uptrend lines. We'll see if we're able to get back above this initial uptrend line over here, and then we might enter this little channel right here. But 2,000 Satoshis is the next resistance level. Cardano is actually similar to Litecoin in the sense that it didn't actually come back and test that 1,254 Satoshi support level. So there could be more downside left. It's not the clearest crypto right now, Cardano. It really depends on what we're going to see over the next week or two, because right now it's just not 100% clear how much strength we have, but definitely a good sign that we're getting the reversal, don't get me wrong. For IOTA, also getting a nice reversal here. Good green candlestick, good buying volume, turned bullish on the RSI, still waiting for that MACD crossover. We also have resistance due to our middle band at 70 cents, so we'll see if we're going to face resistance there. Might make our way all the way up to 90 cents before facing some more severe resistance. 90 cents would be the key resistance level to get back above to be in a much safer area and back in a better base to start moving higher again. With that being said, this is the end of this daily crypto update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.